ULF has actually played Breeze. I think they've had time to switch things around should they want to, but it looks as though they're still leaning into the double duelist.
Double duelist, but I believe it's a different...
Yeah, they've
Waylay.
moved away from the Jet and
the
moved over to
Neon.
the Waylay and the Neon, yeah. So they've completely changed what duelist they're playing on this map, because previously it was the Yoru and the Jet.
It's a little bit more direct. You're going to get that Neon able to just wall up and just go in aggressively. I think that the Neon is, in a weird way, like a substitution for the Breach. Breach isn't very good on Breeze at all, but Neon kind of is able to do similar things. You just wall up and go. And that's the same style that they've been running with the Breach and what's been working so well for them at the end of this kickoff run.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny because Team Liquid have also moved away from the Jet that they were running previously as well. They've decided to opt for a Neon and Yoru, so that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Minibu, I think, especially if we hark back to 2024, I think his Neon was phenomenal back then. So Breeze is a map where people are still working out the theory on it, and I think Neon is becoming more and more popular.
I think as well, one of the main things here is that they've switched Purple over to that initiator because he was playing the Jet previously when they had played Breeze. So I think Camo be on the Yoru is
that was actually something in the
comforting.
green room we were talking about. I was like, Camo's farming on the Yoru here, and maybe we just see it on the Breeze.
Yeah, once again, we're seeing Omen for Wayne instead of the Astra as well. So sticking with what they're comfortable with didn't necessarily work out on that first map, but if anything, this is their chance to equalize the score.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they have to. Like, it's just, I'll be honest, like, I think losing split there is not, in that fashion, isn't acceptable. And I'm just eyes on. I don't care about map theory. I don't care about any of that stuff. I just want them to shoot their gun, essentially.
I think as well, this is where you really test the resilience of this Team Liquid roster because of the lower bracket runs that they've been able to go on in the past. And when you've got ULF coming out swinging like that and that confidence, you need to be able to bounce back.
Yeah, because Valorant is a tactical shooter, so being able to shoot your gun absolutely is necessary. But whether or not Liquid is going to be able to do that as we're heading onto Breeze is a question that needs to be answered. But we're ready to head into our second map, Do or Die for Liquid here. Can they push it to that decider and hold on, or is this it? We'll find out with our casters, Haza and Cairo.
That is exactly what we're here to find out. A stoic expression on the face of Neki as Nats has spent the last 2 minutes trying to rally the troops as much as possible. Liquid need their own map pick if they're to stay in this competition. Otherwise, they will crash out in the lowers with just one win to their name. Are ULF the real deal? Or do Liquid have fight back in this one yet?
It's time to find out. Young Guns who are looking to show no respect and push what has been a champions team last year, right? That's the big thing, the big talking point here is where Team Liquid have been and where they are now.
Not just a champions team, but one which felt unlucky with their results in the end. Losing to DRX, PaperX, teams which made top 3, even top 1. To fight through middle to start. On the defender's side, Camo gets things going the way that Liquid would have hoped. 2-3 kills from his Bandit.
Last player standing.
And with Ordaz left on the other side of the smoke, it might just be the Bandit clip of the week, and exactly how Liquid would have liked their first pistol to start.
Yeah, fantastic way. And Team Liquid already fixing a problem from split, winning a pistol round. They didn't win a single one there. Now get things started off perfectly on this defense, taking ULF off guard. And that's what the Young Guns need to be aware of.
One enemy remaining.
Didn't quite catch the last one there, but that's what the Bandit is good for at close range. Deals a lot of damage.
Go, go, go.
And you can see 3 rifles brought up on the Liquid side. A lot of the conversations around this team was just about raising the bar professionally as well. And for what it's worth, the players look fairly relaxed, I think, in the downtime between maps. You expect them to bounce back. It's a word we've been throwing around so much, the expectations of this team.
That's what you were hoping for. ULF's expectations keep growing as well by the way that everything's been going. Very nice from Nats in the end. A flawless round of 4K for him. But yeah, maybe this is ULF maybe having a little bit of a stumble in these early few rounds, but they have been getting better and better is the point I was trying to make.
Sure, it is an in-zone flawless for Team Liquid through Nats. But as you say, with those lower expectations, almost, I guess, non-existent in a way for ULF, considering the double substitution, yeah, it does feel good for them. That's an interesting one. EMEA, the only region to have picked Waylay on Breeze. We spoke about it a bit in the previous map, the solo Waylay. We'd seen teams play it on Bind, Split, amongst a few. I think, yeah, Breeze doesn't really feel like a Waylay map, does it?
No, I guess in a way it does, in the fact that like you can see the Waylay dive deeper than that of a Jet. But I think the big thing for me is that it's actually not Demer on the Waylay, and he's picked up the Neon, which is something he's been a lot more comfortable on, right? You always think of him being that Jet, the Raze, the actually the Neon as well.
The other aspect to that, of course, is the Yoru on the side of Liquid, which just feels like the meta duelist to be playing right now, almost as that second initiator. So makes plenty of sense. Even with a slight change up in the roles, Purpo back on initiator. Hadn't seen him in that one since Focus 2022 would have been.
Throwback.
But with the first minute already taking place, Minibu still eyes on elbow, will be turned to try and deal with Neki here. Sorry, it's just a marshal, but not enough to marshal the situation itself. Wolf let loose onto the B site, but Wayne has it under wraps.
Very nicely done. Stun though, still in mid, and that spike in no man's land with little to no time to pick it up. ULF need to get a move on here.
Stun wrapping around, but Purpo just thinking about it. Looks away for only a moment. Ordas here to potentially try and recover things. Nat is arriving late from main. Wayne is here as well.
10 seconds left.
And nothing has gotten past him so far with this Guardian. Stern trying to plant inside the orb. But Wayne, Wayne really should have had that one. No time left for Stern to win the round, but he'll wipe the slate clean.
Yeah, I mean, 3 rounds for Team Liquid, but still some individual errors coming out. ULF maybe feeling a little hard done by there just in the end, but hey, listen, overall, it seems like Team Liquid are getting the better run of luck compared to Split.
I mean, I think it's due at this point in time with some of the luck they'd had in previous games, especially the start of that Fnatic match. But speak of individuals, I don't know how that's not hit, by the way.
Is that
no idea. Speaking of individuals, it's exactly what the desk were talking about. Just a little bit of shooting the gun, right?
Yeah.
Nats has his moment, Camo, Wayne as well. Exactly what the doctor ordered as far as Liquid are concerned.
And it seems as if this one could be a formality already. Still, Ordas does have the rifle, and both duelists here. And putting Wayne under pressure as that paranoia has gone away into the wind, but the shots of Wayne have not. Team Liquid up to 4.
First couple rifle rounds, and Wayne is looking brilliant in isolation. I think one of the first maps that we actually saw him level up his game was Breeze. And honestly, yeah, it must be said, right? It's always difficult switching regions, no less when you don't go into that first official with the team. So
bro,
more than anything,
cannot come to my side, bro. I'm telling you.
Catching up for lost time and buffing out those stats at the same time. Minibu bringing out an operator now in full. As ULF have another rifle round.
Yeah, and this looks like Group 1. Look at Demer, he's already through double doors as well. He's making his way up, and right now the 2 players towards main are under pressure.
Let's just split the focus off this defense fully. Brilliant refract to just get back there. As cornered is Camo. I think he's able to get out in the end there. He is, and with Minibu finding another as well, it makes its way to a 3-on-3.
Yeah, Minibu still with this operator is going to be a real issue, but Wayne! Oh, so good! A nice triple spray down. This Team Liquid Academy are really starting to find their form.
And so is Wayne. He's looking comfortable doing it, even just laying back in the chair as well as the timeouts queued up early here from ULF. This is the Wayne that we were promised. The one who sat at the top of EWOT's specific scouting list for most of Ascension last year. A real big talent, but we also wanted to see him come out of his shell. So if he's, you know, let's go, and then why not?
Yeah, 100%. This is what we've been asking of Team Liquid, right? Because they played against that Vitality, and it was you know, close. They
Sure.
looked decent enough. But then as we start to head on, we get further and further through the bracket. I think of that Fnatic match and how that was probably like the expectation like setback for a lot of talent, a lot of people watching them. Because right now, after that first map, I'm thinking, God, man, Team Liquid, are you going to crash out this early?
Yeah, I mean, that is ultimately the golden thread or the yellow thread in this situation, which connects the two teams on Breeze. Both of them played Vitality, both of them lost. The difference being it was by a margin of 7 rounds in which Liquid ended up sort of narrowly being defeated, whereas it was a little rougher for ULF. But the first week troubles very much put behind them. Now the question asked, can they break the ice here on Breeze more than anything else, get a foot in the door, because as it stands, it's been very slow uptake from some of the same names that helped drive them here with a lead.
Yeah, and with ultimates in play, that's really expecting will be the tools to do it. But with the weapons, do you want to invest it?
That's the thing. It just doesn't feel like the round. Depends if they're able to find a pick here or so. Diving into the molly, it's well placed from Nats. The Hunter's Fury connecting with teammates there. Stern backhandedly struggling to clamber through as Camo is hindered in the ultimate, but eventually is able to collect information on where ULF are setting themselves up here.
Yeah, but you've got to look at the flank as well. Look at Miniboo right now.
Becky with only one for now, and as you say, Miniboo closing the net from main. Liquid looking to buy him time. It's an op here first, but even need to reposition for the second because Wayne is here again. Another double. Liquid up to 6.
I don't like it, mate. I don't like it at all. Fabian, Neki and Audaz, right, using 3 ultimates on that execute, and understand that ULF have got the confidence and they're like, listen, we're not playing to lose anymore. I mean, you kind of are if you're going to use it, like your ultimates that way.
It's a conversation we have a lot about these more inexperienced teams, right? Think of Gentlemates last year when they couldn't close out that string of maps where they got up to 12. Sorry to bring it up, Mates fans, but a lot of that came down to not cycling the ultimates correctly. Just thinking, oh yeah, you know what? Roll the dice. Oh, didn't win. Roll the dice. Oh, didn't win. Oh, I've lost the map. You know, there comes a point where you got to bank on something, and well, here they do have rifles.
That they do. This is the buy round, and Miniboo able to escape and identifying at least where Demer was.
Advanced positioning from ULF. Coming at this with quite the velocity, but the spike is still dropped back outside the boathouse.
Yeah, it's also advanced positioning from Wayne. Look at where he is, all the way deep in towards main, but the fights do go ULF's way, and Wayne is continuing on.
Neki's already spotted this out though, so diligently cleared by him, was just waiting for the support to come through. Defensive rotations have arrived, but ULF can't finish here yet. They need to go back and get the spike. It looks like A is where they'll end up heading, and it's for the better. Oh, not if Stern can't win that fight though.
Yeah, this is getting worried. I mean,
another big 1v1.
Yeah, ULF are allowing Team Liquid a chance here, but the fights have started to go the attack's way. They win out in the end, but I'm left scratching my head.
Yeah, it felt like a real deathmatch that round, but if the Turkish team has anything to say about that, it's going to be a round win, obviously.
Of course.
I just think, yeah, obviously, the spike dropped back, a little bit sloppy perhaps, but on the whole, the macro was quite nice. Neki identifying the threat, waiting for the support, winning the duels, Demer kind of doing his own thing, and Audaz contacting up a lot of space on A. It's starting to expose the weaknesses in this Liquid side.
Yeah, and after that last round, Liquid are finding themselves a bit of an expensive buy. They could find this really going the way of ULF on the attack, both sides with an operator, as Team Liquid now know.
Camo has to be careful here. How has that not been commed? Feel as if Demer should have been saying to his team that a player had perhaps slotted into the close positioning, but still gets one and gets out.
And I mean, Liquid will be buzzing with that. The fact that they gave nothing away, and now ULF look to re-clear the map, and they've got so much to do in this round.
They have, and Stern's position is duly noted. Wayne trying to cut him out. I believe that is Dema's ultimate, actually, and now Miniboo's to go looking through the tunnel. Dema the one leading the line as it stands, but fails to turn the head. Stern gets rewarded, and it has to be Camo. On backside B, Dema chasing him down, threading the needle in and around the site, but Neki dispenses of him, and so numbers in favor of ULF now.
Well, there is, but Purple's waiting for Nats to try and join up with him, and he's taking his time getting here.
The duo from 2021 trying to make things work in the current year. Called back into this lineup against the odds, and now it is only Nats to try and fend off this ULF offensive, which is looking for back-to-back rounds, and as you say, the time simply isn't there. Neki stepping up again, and ULF making it 2 from 2.
Yeah, it's a nice uptick in form, apologies. The fact that they're starting to find weaknesses, starting to actually win their duels, because at the end of the day, that's the big thing about ULF. They have that mechanical firepower, even if it is 2 substitutions.
Nice!
And Dem are feeling it. That's what you need to see.
That's what it's all about. Many an ULF player we've seen screaming and shouting on the stage, and with every passing round, Dema feels like part of the furniture. That's going to be another in the books for him. That's going down early. Toxic screen lost. Still 2 rifles on this Liquid side.
Yeah, they're going hunting as well. I don't know about this.
Miniboo just on the Sheriff, a stun. Neki isn't a dead one. And as the pistols continue to drop, the rifles are still here. Camo gets 1. Spike drops deep in middle, but ULF don't care. They're winning every duel.
Yeah, it feels as if Team Liquid are continuously picking a fight with a boxer and continuously getting knocked back at the moment. Okay, Purple with a nice shot there, but it is still 3-1.
I was thinking maybe we could put the Rocky theme on for this one, Purple.
Well, he's got a long way to climb up.
He does, he does.
Spike planted.
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, it's a difficult task.
Unless he can find the eye of the tiger, the eye of the wolf in this situation, I suppose.
Yeah. That was so poor for you.
No, I mean, come on, the standards through the floor.
You're quoting Duran.
Situation.
Duran.
Eye of the wolf is not going to be winning regardless.
Oh, man.
Caro, sometimes I wish I was invisible.
Invisible? Why invisible?
It's another song by Duran Duran.
Oh.
All good.
Yeah.
But here we go. The wolves are howling. ULF have their 3rd now. And Liquid are back to the drawing board. The money not looking too great for them here either.
No, it really isn't. We're starting to see things get troubling for the defense, and we knew that this could happen at any moment. This is not great. That's not going to fill you with confidence. And ULF getting more confident as every round goes by, and every round that they win.
Ooh. Frustrating signs on the Liquid faces now. Things starting to go against them after what was a very promising start, but again, propped up by those individuals. Another one of them here, Wayne, but he's completely overran, and Dema, like a lightning bolt, surges into the site. Miniboo does have an answer, and Purpo will try to find another of his own, but can't in the dark. Miniboo's still going here, running through the middle of the site. I don't know, ULF might have thought it was their teammate with those steps up close, but Fabian finds 3 in and amongst it. And another tough pill to swallow for Liquid.
Yeah, Nat's forced to go and save all the way on the other side of the map. It feels like ULF went, boys, we're playing double duelist. Just hit a site, and they're hitting it with all the might that they've got in their arsenal. Yeah, within 2 rounds are ULF, and this is looking excellent. The fact that we've only seen, what, 2 ultimates there in that last round. They've learned from their mistakes where they threw it in on the eco. Fabian still keeps his in his back pocket.
Mm-hmm. And I think, honestly, this then brings up what I was talking about at the start of the round. The individualistic nature of this current Liquid team that I think we're seeing that synergy maybe not as built up as you'd expect it to be, because Cairo, they were talking about with the scouting, yeah, we want to get players that can be self-sufficient, but that also comes with things like plan creation.
Yeah.
Maybe this team, people have argued, is less vocal than the previous one, and that comes with a whole host of issues itself.
Yeah, and I think that is the big question, right? And a big conversation point within the entire Valorant scene about Nats in his position, right? And the fact that he is actually being forced to really call now, like having to take that mantle. Before he had vocal players like Patty Tech, etc., right, to help him out, but now he has to be the one really leading the line this year.
Yeah, and you know, what kind of cost could that have on his individual performance? And you can see it here. The numbers somewhat speak for themselves. A slight change in role as well, right? We've also seen him pick up the Astra, the Killjoy agents, which he hadn't previously played much of at all, right? He was always the Sentinel on the side. But it does sort of raise an eyebrow, right? Is this version of Liquid going to find success in its current state? And I have to say, with 4 rounds now in a row, the timeout called, you're looking for answers in these last couple rounds to see if they can give themselves a real advantage heading into that second half.
Yeah, I mean, not making the most of 6 rounds in a row does feel a little bit tough, a little bit of a tough position to be in. But we are going to see Demorzop being brought out. A much slower start from how ULF had played in the previous, waiting to see what the defense want to do. And so far, the defense haven't really done much.
Oh, Nats. A dangerous game here with Dema.
Spike is here.
Rotation quickly called though. Supply lines arriving with player numbers, but Nats goes down solo, and still Liquid left waiting for a moment. When those individual players drop, then what is there left behind right now? ULF just cutting straight through them, one by one. It's almost flawless.
That was their best,
and with barely a mark on the record since those first 6 rounds, we might just be heading to another even half.
Yeah, within 1 round, ULF go. And again, it's the mechanical, it's that how everybody plays off one another. It feels, again, that eureka moment coming through. The fact that we're seeing that micro being played off of every single individual showing up when needed. And think about, I go back and think about that timeout that ULF took, right? That's where everything changed.
Yeah. They've since had opportunities to reconnect with the coaching staff. Another A play here. It's Groundhog Day on Breeze. Nats at the very least hoping it's not an exact repeat of what we've just seen, and it won't be. He does find the opening kill.
And Wayne also TPing over, and with a spike in no man's land, this is going to be difficult for ULF to get back.
Back in a flash.
Fabian actually just dives on in, knows exactly where Nats is, and the refract is perfect as well. Stuck in the corner without support, does eventually get cleared out, and the rest of Liquid arrive on the scene to make sure a 7th can be secured. It's Camo to nail that one on. So at the very least, 2-round advantage.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Team Liquid do get to go in with an advantage after 6 rounds in a row is going to at least be a little bit of a saving grace, but it feels like they should have done so much better over that first half.
Absolutely, and plenty of Liquid fans in the house today that have sort of bested the Berlin weather and descended upon the arena, hoping for a better result from this team, as last year, of course, was a great one for them. Let's go and have a chat. Very soon we will go and talk with one of their fans, but yeah, we need to see much better from them in this second half. Let's go and have a chat with Matt, who is a big Team Liquid fan.
Matt, the casters will introduce you. You're a very big Team Liquid fan. I think that's a great way to introduce you. You were here cheering the entire time. Decent start from Team Liquid, lost the lead a little. How are we feeling?
I mean, first map was a bit unlucky. Now, honestly, 7-5 half, not the best. I think after that 6-0 start, could have converted more, but we roll with it. Now, just take them up home.
Do we believe?
I believe, 100%. I mean, the boys know they have to do it. and we know we have to do it, so I think just win it now.
All right, I think we need to make sure that the players on stage can hear you. So any chance for Liquid?
Let's go Liquid! Let's go Liquid! Let's go Liquid! Let's go Liquid!
We're going to be heading back to casters. Thank you so much. I'm sure that energized them. Let's start the second round of this half.
The Ultras out in full force, backing the boys, even on a cold night in Berlin. But no, it's great to see the support here. And that's exactly what Liquid are going to need to try and channel if they want to keep themselves in it, Cairo, because they've left themselves with a little bit of breathing room here. First pistol round for the series picked up at the start of this map, looking for another now to just sweeten that deal.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we're able to win the first pistol round on this second map, they need to double it up, right? Equal out the pistol rounds that they've been losing out against ULF. Or win out, I guess, this time. So, yeah, big round to come up here. Make sure to extend that gap even further.
And as the statistics suggest, this is a more attacker-sided map in general, right? We've seen the switch towards the Neon here as well for Liquid, so that should mostly be catered towards their attack side plans.
So slow so far on the uptake, Team Liquid. And ULF really haven't been giving them fights. As Favian does try to escape back towards tunnel, he will get found out.
Bandit strikes again, that's all the difference right now. Dema, one of his own, also dealing further damage. But all the while, it leaves Ordaz unsupported on B, who's just going to tuck into the corner and buy as much time as he can.
Oh, stun, the timing, very, very good for him. And makes them pay, but unfortunately, Nicky can't. ULF still a player down, and Team Liquid perhaps looking to reconsider the options, but Stun still towards that A side.
Yeah, and holding the cross here as well, finds Mini Boot. Great start, and gets no better for him, unfortunately.
Does do a bit of damage though at the same time, and Demer obviously we know can rotate very quickly towards B if needed.
30
And
seconds
he's starting
left.
to explore that option.
A little bit of mid-rounding for the information.
Last
Nice
player
shot from
standing.
Dema. Leaves Ordaz in a 1 versus 2. 20 seconds left. Where are Liquid off to? Looks like the B site. They're walking into trouble here.
Yeah, and he's got the perfect off angle. Do Team Liquid clear on the answer? No, the spike on the ground. All Ordaz had to do was win the fight, but it does not go his way. Team Liquid get their second pistol round win.
And it comes right down to the wire in the end. But the gun goes empty for Ordaz, and with that, Liquid find both pistol rounds on Breeze. Saw the Sheriff initially bought up by Neki. Purpo using that to his advantage at the end, and you can see how frustrated the coaches are with how this one has started.
Yeah, I mean, understandably so, right? Heading back towards the site that you knew the Astra was at, or you would assume the Astra's at, apologies. But right now, ULF just looking to deathball like they normally do. A shooting gallery, one which Team Liquid are happy to play. And almost with a flawless round. Nice shots from Stun on the Bandit.
That makes a little bit of difference here. Still 3 rifles on the Liquid side, which they can bring to the second round arsenal. Or third round, I should say. The bonus now. An opportunity, a real one for them to kick on, because I think, look, it's one thing to win the first 6 rounds in the first half. If you can reset and do the same again, leaves ULF with little to say for themselves here.
Yeah, so all rifles against what was nearly the bonus buy for Team Liquid. Or the anti-eco buy, apologies. Only one missing purple on that Sheriff. And they wait to see if ULF will take the fight to them. And already we're seeing that space being taken by the defense in the A main position. But not really elsewhere on the map.
Yeah, it's nice. Fabian can dash out of this corner with the light speed if he is required. Dema can drop, well, I was going to say could drop the stun in there. Doesn't have the stun. Liquid contacting this with just 2 players. I mean, it's the weak arm of the push. A great opportunity for ULF to cause an issue.
But right now, that spam not really connecting from Team Liquid, and they're scared of A main. So right now, ULF realise, hey, listen, they can come from mid. We need to be careful. And as they do try to cross, a couple bullets connect from the spam. So ULF now aware of this.
And they're grouping up to fight it.
Yeah, right now it's all about the position of Sturm. Just on the off angles, the players try to entry through. But Team Liquid, they found a gap all the way towards top mid.
2 players in the corner here. Dema dealing a bit of damage. Do they expect Fabian? Or does he go overlooked? Good for the first. Nothing further. And so only Neki to shoulder the burden of this A-hold. He has a recon in pocket and a screen to try and play around from Nat, but the spike will go in. As his hands are busy, the stun is all she wrote in the end. Oh, Stern stepping up to make it a 2-on-2. Still Nat's close by after planting. But Wayne lining them up and connecting onto both.
In double digits found, Team Liquid converting the bonus round will really push a massive gap for ULF to try and get over. Remember, they weren't able to even out the round count in that first half. So even if we did see ULF come back into this, we need to see a big performance from the defense.
It's another bonus round converted from Liquid as well. I mean, the streaks that they've been able to start these halves with have made all of the difference in that momentum swing and keeping themselves on the right side of the round history. ULF back to pistols, and I guess this is really a test of their mettle. Do they have what it takes, the tenacity to dig in here and find a way back into the game? You're staring at the stark possibility of an 11th Liquid round, and what goes beyond that? Pearl, historically not a good Liquid map, but one that we've not seen this ULF team play.
Yeah, what do they have in store for us as we head towards it, if we do head towards there? Right now, Team Liquid Academy, or Team Liquid, sorry.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
The muscle memory kicked in.
Yeah, oh my God, man. I'm heading towards A, where only Neki lies in wait. Oh my God.
Site cleared out though. Liquid able to set up here. And how does the post plant look? A couple of players already into backside, moving up towards orange. Crossfire held on double doors, and well, Stun is going to get one. There's a flank happening in the meantime. Whoa, what a shot from Ordaz. That makes things interesting now.
Yeah, but it's only an outlaw, and right now, Team Liquid Academy have control of everything that they could want.
Yeah, win another one back.
Last player standing.
Liquid just not letting anything get past. Ordaz needs to come up with something impossible at this point in time. Liquid have their 11th as expected, but now we look towards ULF again to see what they can do to keep this one alive.
Yeah, I mean, we're really starting to see Team Liquid take control. This was a map that never went well for ULF when they played it against Vitality, as we all know. And it looks like it could be the same case here as we head onto it against Team Liquid. The fact that when it comes down to the, I guess like even, I think of Breeze as like such an angel-heavy map, and so uncharacteristic that we're seeing ULF lose out these duels. I mean, look at Ordaz and Neki, they're on single digits.
I think at the same time, it's been out of the map pool for so long and so heavily reworked now that I guess just in terms of the practice time that the teams will have had on it is different, right? You look at even Turkey and then you compare it to Pearl, for example. Pearl was sort of in and out of the map pool since stage 2 is when it left last year. So towards their Ascension push, at the very least, there was some playtime there, whereas Breeze is completely different. And as you say, while there was promise in their attack side, the fact that it took so long for them to get started now really puts them on the back foot. Heading into this second half where Liquid are starting to rise to the bar, to the occasion, to the level that you really demand of them.
I mean, you think towards yesterday and watching Vitality play this map, they showed you, right, this is what aggression looks like on the defense, whereas I feel as if for ULF, they don't know what the measure of like aggression really is on this map, and that's why they're struggling with the double duelist. And it looks as if Liquid have an idea of showing aggression here.
comp also in the ways that it is different, takes that space, challenges it in its own unique way. Here it's the Hinder dropped into the main choke as Fabian's trying to reroute his position. Ordaz has a lot of work to do and can only walk away with one, which won't be enough as it stands. Overrun in position. Liquid continuing to light up the feed. With 12 rounds calling their name.
Spike planted.
Oof. More likely than not calling to save.
Yeah, you would expect that to be the case. After timeout, Team Liquid come out on top. You've got to be thinking, Team Liquid now on map point. Why would you even risk any of your investments from this round? You have some good ultimates in the next. The fact there's the operator in play as well. Things to consider right now for ULF and ones that they've already made a decision on.
Yeah, I mean, with Liquid in previous weeks, what we were saying was that they were doing the right things, but maybe the execution wasn't there. Yeah. Now you're getting both of them on this second half of Breeze. It's looking much more efficient with the utility usage. The players themselves carrying the weight.
Yeah. And I think as well, like the thing for Liquid is they'll gain confidence in their map that they can do this, right? Because after that first half, I was thinking to myself, right, oh, you had a great start, but you're really letting this slip. Like, is that going to be the personality, the view that we're going to have of this team, that they can finish out maps? Almost similar to how we were speaking about Gentlemates previously, right? Not as bad as that. Not as bad.
Okay, well, yeah, digging a bit of a hole there. I do agree with you, though.
Yeah.
Of course. But last chance for ULF on this round. Couple ults to try and play around with. Nothing put on the table early. Another B hold, which they must surmount to.
Oh, that's just out. Oh my god, it's so clinical, surgical, perhaps, as Team Liquid look to remove ULF from Breeze and send us all the way to Peril, keeping themselves with just a man advantage. That could quickly slip as the players of ULF are starting to get into position.
Yeah, Dema wrapping behind. It sort of lives and dies on him finding success here. Has the first, has the second! Dema still going, ult in play. ULF might still be breathing here.
Yeah, the pulse could still be going, but the swing round, Team Liquid looking to get this done. It's up to Neki, but a jump up will beat his execution. Team Liquid will send us to map 3.